I'm back in purple. Hope you guys enjoyed your trip into the islands. As you can tell, we are resuming into the Toronto Harbour. And this right here is where most promotional photographs of the city are taken. So a few great photographers have already been on the spot. This is a great spot to get a nice photo. You might be wondering what we passed back there on our right hand side. That is the Toronto Island Marina, and that is where this boat gets its gas. So very important place. It costs between $300 to $600 a month to park your boat there, depending on the size. So not a bad alternative to the docking wall or the yacht clubs on the island. So Toronto as a city is Canada's financial capital, and if you look onto our skyline, you'll see mainly banks and financial institutions, so it's not really difficult to see that why it is. If you look straight ahead, you'll see a building with the letters BMO on it. That is the Bank of Montreal's building, and that is actually the tallest skyscraper in all of Canada. That stands at 72 stories high. Cool fact. Two of the most recognizable buildings in our skyline are the CN Tower and the Rogers Centre. Has anybody here been to the CN Tower yet? No? Okay, well, I'll teach you a few things then. So the CN Tower started construction in 1974 and finished construction in 1976. It held the title as the world's tallest freestanding structure for over 32 years, until it was recently surpassed by the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The CN Tower stands at 553 meters, whereas the Burj stands at 818 meters. So if you think that's tall, wait until you see the Burj. Not that I've seen it, but just imagining. The CN Tower also has a very cool revolving restaurant that revolves every 72 minutes at the chubbier part of the tower. It also has a very cool thing called Edge Walk. I don't know, well, none of you guys have been there, so it basically you get to walk along the edge and fly out over the city. It's pretty cool, yeah, I really want to do it. It will not fly, but yeah, I miss, they're gonna go, hey, I thought I got to fly! No. But you get to dangle, more like. Yeah, even better. So another cool thing about the CN Tower is it actually has a glass floor, and the glass floor is 332 meters in the air, and most people think that's a terrifying concept, but don't worry, it is safe. It is actually reinforced to be stronger than industrial concrete, and can apparently hold the weight of 14 hippos. Why they chose hippos to use as the measurement form, I don't know, but I think it's just because it's funny picturing hippos like bouncing around on a glass floor and it not breaking. If you guys are still not impressed at all by the CN Tower, think it's kind of lame, well, I'll tell you this much. The CN Tower was actually created for completely practical purposes. It was created to be a telecommunications hub for the entire city. So if you look at that circle, the white ring, that is actually known as the ray dome, and that is transmitting your text messages or your cell phone or your radio or television or whatever your device is. You can thank the CN Tower for making it happen. So the building to the left of the CN Tower is called the Rogers Centre, and that is our domed stadium. It was actually the world's first fully retractable dome stadium. The dome can open and close in just 20 minutes, and it is home to our baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays. Has anybody been to a Jays game yet? No? You guys should. It's very fun. We have very rowdy fans. The beer is not cheap, I'll tell you that much. So, although we have a very beautiful waterfront now, the harbourfront actually used to be entirely industrial. And if you look to the right of the boat, you'll see Toronto's port, and that's pretty much what the harbourfront used to look like. They've gone through a whole revitalization process of trying to make it a place where people want to go to. Run from, well, not that neighborhood before, but it's just not that beautiful. But it's very important, and that's because we get a lot of raw sugar cane shipped in from the Caribbean by way of the St. Lawrence Seaway, and then taken to that building over there with the white slope and the red brick. That is the Red Path Sugar Refinery. Hey, we can see a ship right outside it. Cool. It's a very cool refinery because it has a sugar museum, which is free of charge, and you can see the process of refining sugar, as well as how to make sugar products. So it's pretty sweet, but I know, right? I'm just a regular comedian up here. Another cool story about that refinery is my dad actually worked there when he was around my age as a summer job, and got stuck in an avalanche of sugar. So, which is pretty funny to imagine my dad being in an avalanche of sugar. He likes to tell the tales and talk about it. So to the right of the boat, there is a beige and green building, and this is the Queens Quay Terminal Mall. This actually used to be a giant refrigerator, or a cold storage warehouse, or official term. Perishable goods would be shipped into the harbour and held there until they were ready to be shipped elsewhere in Ontario. And then beside it is this red brick building with the smokestack. This is called the power plant, and it actually used to be a power plant for the cold storage warehouse, but now it is the Contemporary Art Gallery. I don't know really why it still says the power plant outside of it, but maybe it's an artistic move, I don't know. So on our right hand side, we're passing the Harbourfront Centre, and this is a non-profit arts organization for the City of Toronto promoting arts and culture. And so if you guys are here all summer, you should definitely check out the Harbourfront Centre on the weekends. They have very fun exhibitions, and they had a Highland dancing competition on Sunday. They have circus performers, movie screenings, jewelry making things, street vendors, really anything to promote arts and culture. And it's all free of charge, so it's very fun. They also have camps for children. So on the right hand side, we see a white bridge, and that is known as the Amsterdam Bridge, because our twin city is Amsterdam. I don't know if you guys knew that. We're both very free and happy cities. That also was in the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, if anybody's seen that. It's supposed to be Chicago, but it's not. A lot of things are filmed here that are supposed to be Chicago or New York. The movie Chicago, actually, parts of it were filmed in our Distillery District. Does anyone watch the show Suits? No? I think it's a Canadian thing, because I haven't really gotten a good reception from it. But it's about two lawyers in New York, and it's filmed here. So, we have a very booming film industry of things that aren't supposed to be in Toronto. So now we are on our final approach. We are about to dock. I'd like to ask you guys to remain seated while we dock for safety reasons, as well as keep your hands and feet in the vessel. I'd like to thank you guys so much for coming on the Harbour Star and being such a fun crowd. And do I have anything more to say to you? Oh, if you have any questions, you can ask me about anything at the bus, or questions about Toronto or the islands or anything, or you can ask the double R's downstairs, Richard and Robert. And have a lovely day and enjoy Toronto. If you do feel so gratuitous, we do accept gratuities in this glass box at the front. So if you feel so inclined, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you and have a lovely night.